Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, Leilani of Barbados. First and foremost, happy 10-year anniversary to William and Catherine. This is the year of the tin and it signifies strength. So happy 10-year anniversary to them. I'm so happy for them. You know, I feel like Catherine is someone who I grew to love. Okay, I always liked her, you know, but she was neither here nor there. But I think in light of everything that Harry's wife has done, it's human nature to sort of compare and contrast and to feel good about Catherine, better about Catherine even. She carries herself so gracefully. You can't help but compare the two. So I'm really happy for them and happy anniversary, Chaz. If I had a glass now, bling bling. Yeah, I think it's really normal to want to champion the one who is trying to salvage what the other is trying to destroy. And if you notice how Catherine has carried herself in these 10 years, their story is long and it's beautiful. And you can see that some people think that they can do it, but when you can actually do it and it shows, that's a little bit different. Oh, fun fact. William does not wear a wedding band. He opted out of it on his wedding day, so he only gave Catherine a band, which was a simple gold band like this, and it was made of Welsh gold and it was handed down from the Queen. So you can see here where he's putting it on Catherine's hand and he's making sure that it's getting on there by hell or high water, as we say. Yeah, so that's really sweet as well. I really like that. You see here where they are thinking of slimming down the royal family or streamlining it. And it's going to be Prince Charles as king, Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, Prince William and Catherine, and Prince Edward. Okay, well, it will also be Catherine and William's children. So this was originally suggested by Prince Philip, who felt like back in the day it was a lot more streamlined, and then it just got gross with all the people, and they are thinking of streamlining it back down. So this is interesting. So now on to other topics. I'm going to talk about some things that are quite serious and then other things that are, how do you say, cannot be serious. Like seriously, like this topic right here.
Simon Durante Day believes he is the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall's son, born out of wedlock and adopted to a family who had strong ties to the Queen.
And they called it puppy love.
At the time, Camilla would have been 18 and Prince Charles 17. And he feels like he was born of them and adopted out to some Australian lady who was close to the royal family at the time.
Yeah, Simon, look, I mean, I know it's a likeness, but I don't know whether that's proof. You say you have proof that they conceived in 1965, although royal commentators say Charles and Camilla only met at the polo in the 70s.
Indeed, Nat, that's the argument. It's always been presented. I think the Times is the earliest one that I found. They said they met in 1969. It jumps from anywhere from 1969 all the way through to 1975. So, you know, when you look at what people said about the Harry and Meghan interview and holding people to dates and times, well, you know, that's not been held to the right time.
He's cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. Like...
Well, I think the evidence speaks for itself. I mean, the face is what gives it away. That's what's caused the recent issue with Liam's photo. It was just a photo I put up that we were in the weekend in Bribey Island fishing, and I just shared it with the people on the page, and the lady took the photo and changed it to black and white, rotated it and put it alongside the Queen. I mean, I see it every day. You know, every day when I get up in the morning and the kids speak to me, the first thing I see when I turn around is that. Yeah. So it's always in my face.
And here he is talking about all of the court expenses that he has gone through.
So are you going back to court?
They know the truth. Yeah, I am. I'm been working on this for some time now. I've been going back. COVID's got in the way, obviously, as it has with a lot of things. But yeah, I'm heading back to court. I've got the original evidence and I'm slowly collecting more. I mean, the longer this thing runs, the more they're going to get egg on their face, not me.
All right. Simon, we wish you well in court. We'll keep following it. We'll keep in touch. Fascinating.
And I just thought this was interesting because he's popped back up, obviously, because of all the attention on the monarchy at this time. So he thinks he was born of them, and he thinks that his birth certificate was forged, and he's in court trying to prove the handwriting was forged and so on and so forth, and he's paying for all these things.
I mean, my birth certificate is complete rubbish.
I mean, delusional to a different level, but it's so lighthearted and funny because he's hilarious. He's really eccentric, and he thinks that his children look like the Queen.
The 55-year-old grandfather released these images to 7news.com.au, revealing the similarities between himself, his children, and members of the royal family.
He has pictures of himself where he thinks he looks like Camilla's brother, who kind of is a snazzy looking guy. I mean, he kind of looks like an actor or something. I don't know. I was surprised how he looked. But also, he doesn't look like Simon Durante. He doesn't look like him. So it's really interesting. Also, he married an Aboriginal native of Australia, somebody who looks like me. And the children obviously look mixed race as well. So it's just hilarious that he's taken his children. And he said he wakes up every morning and looks at his children and just sees the Queen. Dude. And this is happening for years, and people have been watching this story for years, but now we get to know about it because of all the bacchanal, as we say, all the bacchanal that's going on with the royal family. Bacchanal is like a word for like drama, yeah. So let's move on, shall we, from him. So Meghan Markle, I mentioned in my video about their financials that one of the deals that Meghan, I think, was involved in is this coffee deal, this organic coffee deal, and that Oprah Winfrey did a post for her about it, you know, the ever helping Oprah. It turns out that this coffee, one of the ingredients for the coffee, oat milk, is being sourced in China, but it's in the province of Jianshan, which is, I've actually been very interested in this state in China because it is a place where they have a lot of oppression. It's the only Muslim area in China. These Muslims in this part of China, they are basically slaves, and they're in concentration camps, and they're sort of trying to beat out the Muslimness out of the people, and they're taking their children and reconditioning them. They're forcing them to eat pork and all these things. It's a horrible thing that's going on. It's a police state. So to have a business, which nobody's doing business with that particular province at this time because you're giving money to the oppressors. There's no way for the laborers to actually get the money, right? Because they're slaves. So she did that with her coffee company. She's an activist, you know, she's women's rights and all that. Anyway, update, she's actually moved the reaping of this ingredient of the oat milk to Canada so that it's not so controversial anymore. So yeah, so I was just very interested in the Uyghur people for a long time, so I just thought I'd mention that. They have amazing cuisine, and that's where I first found them. And then I found out about this different cuisine in China also has a dark story behind it. I was shocked when I heard this about Meghan. Of course, she has a Saudi Arabian connection as well. The diamond earrings, which were a gift from Mohammed bin Salman, 3 weeks after the Saudi prince, I guess, was involved in the journalist's murder. The journalist was called Jamal Khashoggi, and she still wore the earrings even though aides told her not to wear them because, you know, palace aides, they were like, don't wear those because there's a situation. But she's such a magpie that she couldn't help herself, and she was like, no, shiny things, must wear them. I honestly, the irresponsibility is like completely insane to me. How can you just, you know what happened, you know what people are telling you to do, and you just go ahead and just do you like you're doing now. So Nothing's changed. Okay, so one more thing I wanted to talk about before I go is there's a follow-up to the Oprah interview that I spoke about in my last video. One of my subscribers, I don't know if I can call people subscribers, I'm just not really there yet, but let's call him a friend of mine, Avery Stewart of Chicago. He sent me this article, which he said, don't you remember when Oprah did this before? So Oprah is now, she did this interview again after this last interview, where she talks about the fact that, you know, she had a traumatic childhood. A lot of people have traumatic childhoods, and not many of them want to admit it, of course, but she obviously appealed to those people back in the 90s and early 2000s, and she was really a shoulder to cry on and a person to admire. Like, you've been through this and you got rich and you got successful and I can do it too. And so she's coming back with that shtick, and I think it's because there's some people in the back, there's some people who weren't born yet when that worked for her. So she's just trying to reach those people now. Don't forget, I was traumatized as a child, and a lot of you are too. So let's talk about that. And you know, she's going to try to get those people back into her following, I guess you could call it, by talking about that again. And it's so funny because when he sent me that, I was like, oh my God. So when all else fails, do what works. So she started doing that. I mean, I hope she realizes that if she's going to give out a car this time, it better be a Tesla, because that's what YouTubers are doing. YouTubers are just giving out Teslas. That's how insane YouTube is right now. That red ones, she can give out red ones if she wants to. I think she gave out red cars before. So if she wants to, she gave out red Teslas. I love Teslas. So hi, Oprah. I'm so not getting a Tesla if she gives out one. But this is what this generation expects now. Times have changed, so get with the times. Anyway, I just thought I would give a nice shout out to all of you. I love you so much. I'm in my comment section watching you. I don't mind having a block party. You do what you gotta do, because once you get to like certain traction, you get the crazies. But I appreciate all of you, and thank you so much for sticking with me. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give a thumbs up. That's a like, and also subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Love you.